Well, it is my pleasure to introduce the first contender. The course summary. Is that spark still there? Have you reached your goals? This course will help you identify challenges and determine what can be done with them. You have it in you to succeed and to lead. It's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Laura Brenner.
I've often thought of myself as the black sheep of dentistry. I'm Dr. Laura Brenner, and I practiced dentistry for 10 years. Now, if you could have seen me then, you would have thought that everything was great. But what you wouldn't have seen was that on the inside, I was in a lot of pain. I was depressed because I was in the wrong career, and I knew I needed to leave. So that's what I did. I left dentistry, and I began blogging. One day, I wrote a blog post titled 10 Reasons Your Dentist Probably Hates You Too. And overnight, it went viral. It changed everything. I began connecting with dental professionals all over the world who were looking for more in their careers as well. So I decided to open Lola B's Career Coaching. And today, I get the privilege of helping other dental professionals design their lives and their careers on their terms.
Do you remember your first crush? My friend Lonnie was 9 when she met hers. Now, Lonnie had really sophisticated taste because her crush, Josh, was an older man. He was 14. And while she knew she'd probably never get to know him, she couldn't resist that pull, that attraction that always made her stare at him whenever she saw him. Until one day, from across the cafeteria, their eyes locked and Josh started walking over. Lonnie didn't know if she should be excited because maybe this was her chance, or if she should panic because, oh my gosh, I'm 9, what do I actually do with a crush? And as Josh walked over, he arrived to Lonnie, and with a smug grin on his face, he said, I see you staring at me all the time. Do you think you like me or something? And Lonnie froze. She had no idea what to do or say. And Josh continued, you know what I think of that? And he spit. And in perfect 80s teen movie fashion, the cute, popular jock transformed into the cute, popular jerk because his spit landed right on Lonnie's foot. Now, you may be thinking, what's the big deal? We get spit on every day. But for 9-year-old Lonnie, in the cafeteria, with everybody watching, she felt humiliated. And in that moment, Lonnie realized that Josh wasn't at all who she thought he was. This is what we do with crushes. We create an ideal image, projecting onto the other person who we want them to be without really knowing who they are. Isn't that a logical process? In fact, the process is so logical that I wonder, why don't we do the same thing when finding our other most significant life partner, our career? We get started off the same way. We form crushes on our careers. You may remember watching that superstar athlete on TV and knowing that you wanted to be a professional basketball player when you grew up. Or if you were like me, when I went to the dental office, I knew that dentistry would give me my happy ever after. The problem was I skipped the dating. I went straight from my crush into marriage, and well, that didn't turn out so well. Some of you had the wherewithal. You knew to take your dentistry crush and date it by getting a job in a dental office so that you could get to know it better. And the rest of us, well, we either accepted that arranged career marriage that our parents wanted for us, or we hopped right into bed with dentistry without really knowing it. No matter how you got here, though, there are no guarantees. Whether you dated dentistry to your heart's content and fell in love, or whether you married it on a whim, we never know how this relationship will evolve over the years. And if you're sitting here today with the passion gone, know that you can reignite the spark with your dental career by following the ABCs of career passion. That's A, assess, B, believe, and C, commit. Let's jump right into assess. Take stock. What is going on in every corner of your career? Notice what you're thinking, feeling, and experiencing. You hate doing molar endo? Great. Then ask your dentistry husband to take it out with the trash. You love placing implants? Then just like you would take golf lessons with your husband, take implant lessons with dentistry so you can have more fun together. The key is no matter what part of your career you assess, you have to be real with yourself. When you get honest, you will see that you can find the better path forward for yourself. ABCs, we've just assessed. Now let's believe. Believe that you can design your life and career on your terms. No longer is it normal that the whole rest of the world gets to dictate what we want to do in our career, or in our lives for that matter. Gone are the days when the only way to be happy in dentistry is to have a baby with it and own a dental practice. You don't want to have a baby with dentistry? Maybe you want to get a little frisky with it and bring in a side gig. When you turn that couple into a throuple, you will see that you'll have more fun, you'll gain more confidence, and best of all, dentistry will welcome your side piece with open arms. ABCs. We've assessed, we've believed, there's nothing left to do but commit. Just do it. If you think you don't have the time, or you think you don't have the priorities to make this happen, it's because of that. You're not making it a priority. And if you assessed honestly in step A, you'd see that your career is affecting your whole life. And you'll notice that when you fall in love with your career again or reignite that spark, the rest of your life will follow suit. So it's worth making a priority. My client, Jen, followed the ABCs of career passion. I helped her assess, and she realized that she was on the brink of a career divorce. And then she believed by surrounding herself with people who'd done it before and knew that she could do it too, so that she could build the belief in herself. And then she committed. She poured into her personal development. She reincorporated things back into her life that she had previously neglected when she got sucked into that dentist identity hole. Things like running and eating healthy and family time. And that gave her the confidence to tap into her creativity and start a blog, which then led to a paid side gig writing for a dental company. Woo! And the best part of it all is she got the courage to design her dental career on her terms. She cut down to 2 days a week in practice and is happier than she's ever been in her 15 years of clinical practice. Jen followed the ABCs of career passion, and you can too. Ask yourself, what turns you on? Whether you want to renew your vows with dentistry or get frisky with that side gig, or dare I even say, get a career divorce, you get to drive your bus. Or in some communities, they call that being the dominant. Either way, you get to choose. And when you follow the ABCs of career passion, when you honestly assess your career, and you believe that you can choose whatever you want in this life, and then you commit every day to doing one thing to work towards that, when you follow the ABCs of career passion, you too can reignite the spark in your dental career. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, that was amazing. What do you have to share, judges? I'd love to hear from each of you.
What a great way to start our day. And with just a couple seconds to spare, masterful use of time. There's so much I want to say, but I'll be quick. I loved your beginning and the way that you threaded your objective throughout the entire presentation. It was super clever use of languaging, and it just kept us engaged. In fact, what I would say is this is a masterclass example. This is a masterclass example, I feel, of speech structure, content creation, the delivery, and such a clever use of language that really kept us engaged. Well done.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Very nice. Who else?
Yeah, I'm very similar to Vanessa. I was just thinking, in all of those speaking coaching that I've ever had or speaking classes I've ever taken, I feel like this speech would be one that they would show of like what great looks like, because
Wow, you guys,
your
great.
pacing, your cadence, your pauses, your body language, the tone, gestures, everything was so on point. And then at the end, I'm like grabbing Vanessa's leg, like, we're looking at the clock here, because it was like, do the second.
That's perfect. That's
And
perfection.
every
Yeah.
time you brought it back to the ABCs, you were just reiterating your point again and again. So well done.
Thank you.
Laura, question. When did you start speaking like publicly?
Gosh, so really, probably I was on DGT, I guess like a year ago, maybe.
In
it was a
one
little
year.
bit before last October.
In 1 year, you have learned how to command the stage.
Thank you.
Pretty impressive. Nice.
Thank you. I'm a good faker when I get nervous. Just pretend. Don't link that to the speech.
Laura, I loved seeing your personality come through. That was so fun. I mean, I had a smile on my face the whole time. And you just really, the movement and the way you worked the stage was beautiful. Also, the structure was great because you wove everything in and to the end, the crescendo to the time clock, 1 second. Amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you all. I appreciate it.
Vanessa, you can't miss the opportunity to speak on this one, right?
Yeah, beautiful. I'm sorry. Could you repeat what you said?
I said you're going to have to share something, right?
I shared just a little bit a
Yeah.
second ago, but I'd
Yeah.
be, just to reiterate, I mean, I'm curious on this topic, because we have just a minute or two.
Right. I just see, I see you
Mike,
got.
I'm thinking-
I haven't seen this much this weekend. I've seen it a few times, but right now those faces are worth a thousand images, because, I mean, that says a lot. I don't know. Chris, can they see our judges' faces? That's
Yep.
great, because I'm just saying it's joy, so
that's so
congratulations, you
sweet.
brought really
Thank
some
you.
joy.
And I think it was such an interesting topic too. As I always sit back here, I'm doing, making comments, but also thinking about what's being said. And I wondered how that resonated for those who are in the room, you know, as far as this idea of our love of dentistry, and then also this, what did you call it, a throuple?
A throuple.
A throuple?
So
I
funny.
wondered if that like stirred anyone by show of hands. Yes? Yes, awesome, awesome.
You know, what I'd like you to do is, if you'll write a couple of questions, we'll have both our speakers come back up, and we have the time in this segment to be able to have questions for both of them here in just a few minutes. Does that work for you? Will you come back up?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Great job.
Thank
Great job.
you.
Okay.